light which is located within the boat. It also comes with a marine-grade Sony entertainment system for CDs or playing your favorite iTunes. I mentioned two live wells. The one at the front is located conveniently here in front of the console. The second live well is near the rear, and it's located where the passenger can easily drop his catch in the back. Let's move to the rear of the boat and look at the rear fishing seat and the configuration in the back. This fishing seat, as well as any one of the other fishing seats, can be moved to any one of 4 positions within the boat. Check out the 208 Fish if this is the style of boat that best suits your needs. It's value priced and feature packed. Now let's take a look at the 208 Cruise. If that's your style of cruising, that boat might just suit you best. First of all, it's carpeted. Nice, wonderful, easy to walk around on. Generally when you're cruising, you're not too worried about getting the boat dirty as you are in fishing. So the fishing boat is set up perfect for a quick and easy clean, but the 208 Cruise is set up with marine grade carpet, giving it a very nice, luxurious look and feel. There's wraparound lounge seating in the front with ample storage for towels and other water sports toys. There's also a ton of storage in the rear and a lot of seating space as you move back into the boat. The captain's helm is a little bit different. It's a little more sleek, a little more luxurious. It's rounded on the front, has the gauges set in a little different location, but it still has the same Sony marine grade entertainment system laid into the dash. Again, we have the same 12-volt power point system for keeping your iPhone or other electronics charged, and a very nice, sleek 704 remote control throttle. The captain's seat on the 208 Cruise is redesigned just like the 208 Fish. It's sleek and stylish. The captain's chair spins all the way around so you can comfortably sit at the table which is provided. The 208 Cruise has a rear entry boarding ladder just like the 208 Fish. I do have one option on this boat that I really want to show you. So let's move back to the front and take a look. Inside the arm of the couch is a pop-up enclosure, giving you an instant changing room. If you're looking for a quality pontoon that's value-packed and value-priced, be sure to check out the 208 Fish and the 208 Cruise by G3 Boats. I'm trying out the Suncatcher LX22 XS by G3 Boats. This is a new boat, and not only does it have a sleek black fencing design, which is very attractive, this boat has more seating and more storage than any pontoon I've ever been in. Let's take a look at the inside of the boat and then talk a little bit more about the outside. When I say it has extra seating and extra storage, I mean you can put everybody on the LX22 XS. Nobody gets left on the bank and no one has to sit on the floor. There's ample room in the back and complete living room style lounge in the front. There's so much storage on this boat that I doubt you'll fill it up, even if you include the entire family and spend the entire day on the water. The LX22 XS is 22 foot 6 inches in length. It has an extra wide 102-inch beam, and it's rated for a 115 horse Yamaha motor. One thing I really like about this boat is it has a 40-gallon fuel tank, so you can spend a lot of time on the water before you have to refuel. I mentioned that this boat has extra storage and extra seating. Now let's take a look at just how much I'm talking about. Now the model that I'm running today has a couple of options on the front. It has an optional couch insert on the very front and an optional sliding refreshment and entertainment center. But look at the seating around the front of this boat. It's all molded, very thick vinyl, and it's extremely comfortable. You can have a couple people laying out forward here, sitting here, or on an evening cruise, everyone can just sit around the refreshment center. We haven't even talked about the seating in the back yet, but there's plenty of places for people to hang out and relax back there as well. Anytime you have additional seating, of course, you have additional storage. Plenty of room for life jackets, towels, and water toys. There's cup holders in the optional refreshment center and along the side, so anyone who's sitting down can put their soft drink right next to them without it spilling, even if you're towing a skier. The optional couch insert can be moved from the bow of the boat to the side of the boat where the other gate is, giving you two completely different configurations for this boat, depending on how you choose to enter and exit the boat. You may pull up to your dock at your home and need to exit from the front, or you may prefer to exit from the side. Either way, this is movable, so you can lay the boat out exactly like you would want it. You can really configure this boat a lot of different ways to suit your needs. The way I have it set up is the way I like it, but it's changeable. There's a table in the rear that can move to the front. The refreshment center that's in the front can roll to the rear. Fill this with ice cold watermelon, soft drinks, and everybody's happy having summertime fun. There's additional storage in the Suncatcher loungers here, where you can put almost anything and not even take up the other storage. Everybody's got their own personal storage space on this boat. Let's take a look at the captain's helm and see how it's laid out for the skipper of the ship. The windshield is rounded, giving it a nice sleek look, and the console is molded and contoured to fit the windshield. The wood grain laid into the dash gives it a stylish, luxurious look, and the switches are all nicely recessed into the console. There's full instrumentation with a speedometer, a fuel gauge, a trim gauge, and a tachometer laid right in front of the skipper's helm. Let's take a seat in the captain's chair and see how it fits. The captain's chair is soft and comfortable. It slides forward and backward, so each skipper can have the chair in exactly his favorite position. It also pivots, meaning that it also doubles as part of the rear lounge. There's a 12-volt and an MP3 jack right here, making it easy to keep your electronics handy but charged. The Sony Marine Entertainment System is CD MP3 ready, laid into the dash nicely, and is a great complement for the numerous speakers laid out through the interior of the boat. There's additional storage under the console, which can handle a fairly good-sized cooler. And the sleek look of the quality Yamaha controls all combine to make this a great captain's helm. Let's take a look at the rear of the boat. First of all, I mentioned this table here and how you could refigure this table to the front of the boat, giving you a little more room back here and a kitchen-like atmosphere towards the front where everybody's got a place for their drink or a place to play cards. Underneath the double-wide Suncatcher canning deck, there's a pop-up changing room which provides additional storage for skis or a wakeboard. The rear of the boat, there's an additional entry point with a fold-down ladder, making it quick and easy for swimmers to enter or exit the boat. There are numerous options on the LX22XS. I mentioned the refreshment center, but there's a floating ottoman and a full blow-up bed that goes in the front of the boat, which would be excellent for a night out camping. The LX22XS is also available in an upgraded tri-log version for extra buoyancy and extra storage and a heavier horsepower rating. My personal preference is this luxurious and elegant sandstone and black, which I think is one of the best color combinations G3 has ever come up with. Check out the LX22XS at your nearest G3 dealer. G3 Boats has one of the best network of dealers across the country, so I know there's one close to you. They're all good folks, so stop in and see one as soon as you can. Thanks, and have a great G3 day. Behind me, you'll see a beautiful pontoon with a standard mooring cover that keeps this boat looking showroom new for years to come. I want to show you some of the construction features on the LX3 25 Cruise, and then after we've looked at the construction features, we'll step inside to look at the floor plan and layout of this truly performance pontoon. The LX3 25 Cruise Suncatcher by G3 is 25 foot long, and it has an 8.5 wide body design for more floor space and maximum performance. The decks are actually bolted to the logs, giving you a strong and secure base. There are 3 logs. All 3 are flotation filled with maxi float foam for increased speed and performance. The logs are actually .100 gauge, but the nose cones themselves are double plated for extra protection. The wings are also extra heavy duty. This prevents some of the splash from coming up underneath the boat. As you look underneath, you can see that there is a performance shield, an aluminum shield that runs from the nose to the rear of the boat, the entire length of the boat. There are also lifting strakes running down both sides and on the inside. The lifting strakes give the boat a quicker time to plane and great top-end speed. When you get a chance to see this boat run, you'll be amazed at how high it rides out of the water and how it performs. In addition to those features, the logs are actually 23 inches by 25 inches. The U shape is what allows G3 to bolt the logs directly to the frame. Round logs need an M bracket, and it's not near as secure as when you have a U-shaped log. Let's go to the back for just a minute and take a look at the all-welded motor pod that the 225 Yamaha super high output motor sits on. As we step to the rear of the boat, you can see better what I'm talking about with the U-shaped logs. The lifting strakes and the logs are bolted directly to the deck. The other thing I wanted to show you at the rear of the boat is this all-welded aluminum motor pod. Very durable and very strong. Strong enough, in fact, to hang a Yamaha 225 super high output VMAX 4-stroke on. Beautiful motor. I haven't had a chance to run this boat yet, but the people that have run it have told me it is unbelievable on the water. Now, give me just a minute to remove this mooring cover so we can look at some of the features on the inside of the LX3 25 Cruise Suncatcher by G3 boats. Now that's performance. Power, smooth, wow. There's a wow factor here. Let's look at the inside. The LX3 25 Cruise has upgraded 28-ounce sculpted marine grade snag resistant carpet and 34-ounce fully treated for stain wear marine grade vinyl. Very nice, very luxurious, and very durable. There's ample storage on the LX3 25 Cruise, and the lounge couches fold back for a ton of storage. You can put almost anything in there and have room to spare. These seats also flip up and forward. They're hinged, making them easy to open and close. There are stainless steel cup holders in the front, so everyone has a place to put their soft drink. As you step towards the back of the boat, you'll notice that there is a table. That table can be positioned at the rear or at the front, giving you 2 options on where you want to put it. Power, speed, performance, and talk about storage. I can lay down in the 3rd log pontoon storage bay and have extra room for my feet. The LX3 25 Cruise also has 4 entry points, not just 3 like some others. 1 at the bow, 1 at the stern, 1 port, and 1 starboard. So no matter how you pull up to the dock, it's easy to enter and exit the boat. G3 has also placed a refreshment center on the LX3 25 Cruise. There's a sink, a trash can, and a neat thing about this is the sink also doubles as a cutting board. There's also a couple of nice stainless steel cup holders in there. On the opposite side, underneath the captain's console, there's a door with a cooler, ample extra space beside the cooler. It can hold other items, and a nice little mat pocket right here in the door. Now let's take a look at the console on the LX325 Cruise. The captain's chair is comfortable. The arms fold up and fold down. That's pretty nice. It also slides forward and backward so you can get in the right position. And it pivots so you can access the table. The dash is rounded and molded. It looks very nice with this wood grain touch. There's master power, live well, fields, navigation lights, courtesy lights, and docking lights. I noticed that there are 4 courtesy lights on the inside of the boat, so you could really light it up nice and have that perfect atmosphere on an evening cruise. There are Faria gauges laid into the dash, trim, tachometer, speedometer, and a fuel gauge. To the left of the steering wheel is a Sony satellite-compatible CD player. What's new for 2011 is not only does it have an MP3 plug-in, but it also has a USB port so you can plug an iPod directly into it. To the right of the steering wheel is a Garmin 145 fish finder. That way you always know your depth, and if there's avid anglers on board, they'll want to use it to find the fish. A great complement to the fish finder that I just mentioned is this live well placed near the rear of the boat. It's aerated so you can keep your great catch fresh all day. There's plenty of storage in the rear of the boat, but what I like is this tanning deck. Actually, it's a double wide tanning deck for relaxing and laying out. Underneath the double wide tanning deck, there's a changing room that pops up so you can change clothes in the middle of the lake. All the pontoons in the Suncatcher line by G3 boats come with a contoured bimini top. That allows you to get sun break from the sun and have protection from the weather. In days gone by, if you wanted to buy a ski boat, you had to buy a ski boat and that's all you had. If you wanted a pontoon, you had to buy a pontoon. But with today's boats, with the LX325 Cruise, you can have a boat that does double duty. You can see that it has more than enough power and performance for pulling skiers or wakeboarders. But it also comes standard with a ski tow bar, which is placed right here on the Suncatcher tanning deck. There's no reason to buy 2 boats anymore when you can buy one performance package that'll serve all your needs. If you're looking for a good pontoon with a high performance rating, check out the LX325 Cruise by G3 Boats.